Welcome back to VCT Theory. In today's video, we're going to be discussing VCT Americas Ascension. If you don't know what Ascension is, it is basically a tournament where the Tier 2 team competes for one spot in VCT Americas, and we're going to discuss the first stage of Ascension, which is the play-in. We're going to give our thoughts and our predictions for the teams in the play-in. So let's get right into it. The three teams in the play-in are Red Canids, Six Karma, and Winthrop University. Let's talk about Red Canids first.
Yeah, Red Canids, man. I would say this is personally my favorite out of the three teams. I would have them as number one, although obviously two teams make it to the Swiss stage.
Okay.
I would say Red Canids is probably my favorite team. They were previously known as Galeris last year in Ascension 2024.
Yeah.
And they competed up there. I would say they were up there with like MAD last year as well. Pretty decent Brazilian team. And this team, I would say the one thing that they have that's going for them is that they have two tier one players of MIBR. That would be FRZ and RGL Meister. I would say that obviously, if you were comparing to tier one players, they're kind of considered bottom of the barrel players. But out of the two players between RGL Meister and FRZ, I never thought FRZ was a bad duelist. I think that MIBR's 2024 season was just not the greatest season. They didn't have a great team. And I say, and I would say that FRZ is pretty good at the Senti role. Now, with this new lineup, I would say that the big factor for them to win, if you guys want to know who you should be watching out for, it's Prozen. This guy flexes everything. KO, Viper, he goes on random characters depending on the map, and this guy is the reason that they're winning the game. Also, I would give a little small shout out to Maestro. He's been doing his job on the duelist role, has good first blood ratios. It's kind of like the fragging duelist that you kind of think of going everywhere. But I would say the two rocks of the team, like if you need them to be playing well, you need FRZ and Prozen to be playing well, and you're going to get the job done. But I just think that overall, if we're talking about Red Canids, this the team with the most amount of potential just because they have a balance between new talent like Maestro and Prozen, and then they also have the anchors of RGL Meister and FRZ. So in my viewpoint, I would rate them as the highest between these three teams. Yeah, so let me know what you think about Red Canids and if you have any thoughts on the team as a whole.
Well, you see, like I do agree with the part with galleries being like really good, like last year in Ascension, but like in my opinion, I actually don't have them favored for this play-in. I actually do have them qualifying into the Swiss stage, but I just don't have them being number one seed. We can talk about who I think number one seed is gonna be in a little moment, but I do agree with the FRZ, the Prozen's remarkable, the Maestro. Like I think they're all remarkable players, and I think they will definitely make it into the Swiss stage. But I don't have them going as my number one seed, and I do have a reason behind all of that. That's all I really have for Red Canids. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I mean, the next team, I would say kind of a surprise run by them is Six Karma. I haven't really heard anything about these players. Mexican team here from the LATAM side. I don't really know actually much about this team. I just know that they're kind of similar to Envy, as in like that. Not that they play a ranked style at all, but it's just an up and coming team. They don't really have anybody with previous like tier one experience, and they're just kind of a new team that showed up. And I don't know. Do you have any info on this team?
So Sis Karma. Sis Karma is definitely a different team than before. I really only know a little bit about Sis Karma just because I used to watch Verdi, who's now on Loud, when he was playing with Fusion and then Exolos, and when they played against Sis Karma back in the LATAM league. But right now, Sis Karma, the only players that you really got to be taking note of is Mephisto, their duelist. He's actually a really good duelist. And then Zhao. I think Zhao might be their best player in the team. And he plays the Sentinel role. He plays like a good chamber. He can flex to any other senses that they need. But I really don't have Six Karma qualifying into the Swiss stage because I don't think that I think they're too new of a team that doesn't have the experience that the other two teams have. I think this would be good experience for them to get, and if they ever get back into this position, I think they can definitely qualify over any other team. But as of right now, I do not have Six Karma qualifying into the Swiss stage just because of a lack of experience. If they do manage to make it, that would really surprise me.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. We're gonna get into the predictions in a little bit, but I think that it just makes sense. I mean, I'm kind of biased over here because you're gonna hear the bias later on with the NA bias, but I think that clearly they're having a run. They're meshing well together. I mean, they very well could make this run again. Like, it's probably not that difficult for them to beat. Like, we're not saying that Red Canids, or I'm not saying, sorry, I would say that Red Canids and Winthrop are like leagues better
Yeah.
than Six Karma. But I think, as you said, like, it's just kind of like a fact that they don't really have any previous experience, and I'm just kind of rating them based off of what they've achieved
Hmm.
and what they can achieve. But again, that doesn't really mean anything. We saw NRG win champs,
Yeah,
so let's see
exactly.
how it goes.
All right, now the final team that we really got to talk about is Winthrop University. This is the team that I actually have very highly rated, and it's just because I actually think that they know how to play the game more as like a team setting. And there's some players that are very notable, but before I get into that, what are your thoughts on Winthrop?
Yeah, I mean, I would rate, like, I would say that your thoughts are fair. I would say that out of all the teams that we named, with the information that you gave me on Six Karma, this
Hmm.
is probably the team that is more like team balanced. There's no like big figure that's gonna win you the game. You know, there's no solid like star that's in the team that's gonna have you rounds that always are gonna be win. Like, for example, for Prozen on Red Canids, I would say that it's a more well-rounded team. As far as I've watched, I would say that out of all these teams, I've watched most of Winthrop. I've seen a couple of Red Canids games, and I haven't seen anything from Six Karma. But I've watched a couple of Winthrop games when they were in Ascension previously, and just a couple of their recent games. The team is pretty balanced.
Yep.
They recently picked up Governor, obviously coming off of Tier 1 from Talon.
Hmm.
And he's a pretty solid initiator. In one of their recent games, he had like a life game or like a carry game where he carried them 30 bomb on the domes of the enemy team to
Okay.
get them here. And then I would say in my ratings of players, Infiltrator is pretty high up as a duelist, but he's kind of a hot and cold player. But if you had to give someone like the glue, like the FRZ of
Hmm.
Red Cannons, where he's the glue, he's the guy that you can always rely on. He's the guy who's gonna keep the team going. I'd have to give it to Glyph.
Yes, sir.
He's their smokes player, controller player, and I haven't really seen. It's like, for me, if I had to give like another glue character that we talked about before, it would be. It's like the Shy of crew.
Hmm.
He can have bad games, but he's always silently there doing his job, and I would say that that's kind of the characters that you should be watching out on this team.
Yeah, I think Glyph is definitely the most notable player. I think he quite literally has so much impact when it comes to any of these rounds. Like the reasons why like these games like they could win out games is because of Glyph. I think the reason why I have them rated so highly is because of Governor actually. I know he you said he recently off of Talon and Tier 1, and the reason why I have them rated so highly is because I think that experience that he has in the APAC region, which is technically the hardest region, because you don't really get to see the same team coming out of that region whenever it comes to any of these tournaments. And I think having someone that played in one of the hardest regions come back in the Tier 2 in America and literally play with a team, take them to Ascension, and then I generally just that's literally where my mind is right now. I generally just believe that like Winthrop right now it's gonna be number one rated team in the plan. I think they're gonna go out, go into the Swiss stage, but I don't think they're gonna win it all. But I do think they'll definitely make it into the Swiss stage, and that's why I have them.
Yeah, we'll see about that, I guess. Let's hope good for Winthrop. Obviously, always the NA, the candidate. We're going to be cheering for them.
Yep. Now let's give our predictions for the games. So for the first game, I'm gonna have Red Canids beating Six Karma. I think they're just a stronger team. Um, Pretty much it. There's nothing else I can really say about that. And then since I already have Winthrop being highly rated, I'm gonna have them winning out. So Six Karma, I do have them going outside, but I think it's gonna be definitely a good experience for them to have. And then Red Canids, I think this could be second place. So Winthrop wins it all.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I would kind of agree with you on that, but also I don't think that your thought process with Winthrop is there. I think that Red Canids is the most solid team between the three. So again, for the first game, Red Canids against Six Karma, I'm gonna have Red Canids there. Six Karma with Winthrop, again, I'll have to go with you and I agree on that. I think Winthrop beats Six Karma here. Six Karma is gonna be going 0-2, but here's where I will say that Red Canids, I think, is much more solid than Winthrop. So I would take them on the third game. So I would have Red Canids as one, and then Winthrop would squeeze through as the second team since they beat Six Karma.
All right, then we'll just have to see. If you're watching the games today, let us know your predictions in the comment section. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video.